Yes, what you are looking at right here is the second generation Audi Q7. I know. Yeah, I know. After 10 years since the first Audi Q7 came about, you would expect something to look better, or at least on par with the fantastic looking first generation Q7. But what this Q7 lacks on the exterior makes up on the interior. Audi's first SUV was introduced in 2005, the Q7. Now this second generation, it is slightly smaller, but somehow it managed to offer the largest interior space in its segment. At the same time, it loses 325 kg in the process. So it's now lighter, slightly smaller, but you get more space in here. Unlike the previous model, the design now is dominated by straight lines and the car is slightly boxier right now. But somehow if you look closely, you do get some interesting curved lines here and there. The front now features the trademark single frame grille and the headlights are LED together with very interesting DRL lights. Really nice. The rims are 20-inch in size. At the rear, the taillights are LED featuring the dynamic indicators. Only at the rear. No idea why. Well, even though the car looks less interesting right now, but it does demand your attention. It has that aura, the presence on the road, especially when you see one in your rear view mirror. You would want to just get out of your way and let it pass. The interior is beautiful. You can tell and feel that Audi did not compromise in terms of cabin experience. Everywhere you look, you'll find a beautifully sculpted button or a patch of soft touch materials with really nice curved line that goes with it. This particular unit has been spec'd up with the S-Line package, so some things you see here may not be available in the base model. Now, let's start off with the meter cluster. You remember the virtual cockpit in the TT? Well, you have it here. And if you opt for the navigation system, you can have it full screen right in front of you. The multi-function steering wheel with pedal shifter looks good. It has very nice texture. It's really nice to hold, very ergonomic with the S-Line tag over here, but no flat bottom, of course, it's an SUV. Well, unlike the TT, this is a family-oriented car, so you get a central display. An 8.3-inch high-res display that houses the MMI system that rises up during the startup. Moving along, you see the climate control, which is pretty brilliant. Both pretty and brilliant. The buttons are touch-sensitive, so the icons on the display reacts to it. It's just awesome! Down here, you have an MMI touchpad for handwriting input. It works quite brilliantly. To control the MMI system, you have this dial, which is so easy to use. While you're doing that, you can rest your wrist on this gear lever over here, which is so beautifully sculpted. It feels so right in the hand. It feels so full. I mean, ergonomic. The word is ergonomic right here. Yeah, it just feels right. The front seats are really comfortable. It's a combination of leather and Alcantara, but I can't say the same for the back. Still leather and Alcantara, but maybe because it's a 7-seater, you can put down all the seats at the back to have one huge flatbed loading bay. And because of that, the seats are slightly thinner, flatter, and probably harder. Moving this 2-ton machine is a 3-litre V6 turbocharged petrol engine together with a silky smooth 8-speed Tiptronic gearbox, sending power to all 4 wheels via the Quattro all-wheel drive system. It produces 333 horsepower and 440 Nm of torque, 0 to 100 in 6.3 seconds, and it can go all the way up to 250 km per hour. Limited, of course. Audi claims the car is able to achieve 7.9 litre per 100 km, which is quite impressive. But in real life driving, you have to be really gentle with it to achieve that. Safety-wise, this car comes with 8 airbags together with hill descent control, hold assist, the usual ABS, traction control, EBD and stuff. Now, this is a heavy vehicle, but Audi managed to make it easy to drive. With the power delivery and light steering wheel, you don't really feel the weight. But actually, do you know what? The weight does give you that confidence being a passenger in the car or a driver, and you feel safe. Well, for this car to get off the line, you do feel a slight turbo lag, but after that, it is buttery smooth. The gearbox, you won't feel a thing, and the ride suspension, it is really comfortable. I am actually riding on air. Well, I say that because it comes with air suspension as standard. The ride height is adjusted based on the Audi Select mode that you're on. In the Q7, it has an additional leaf or off-road mode and all-road mode. And of course, you still have efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic and individual. So the air suspension makes sure that the vehicle remains level regardless of load distribution. So you have a very smooth, comfortable ride in all terrain. Well, with this Audi Drive Select, you can ask all your friends to leave their S400 aside, hop into this car and go off-roading in comfort. Well, I will understand that if you want to go for spirited driving in this car, but it would be a lot better if the steering wheel is slightly heavier so that it gives you more control. Right now, it's just a bit too light, but very good for city driving. Oh, did I tell you it will park by itself? Yes, this car parks by itself, so you don't have to worry about size and parking spaces. So, is this car for you? Well, if you are looking for a premium full-size SUV and you care about cabin experience more than the outer looks, then yes, because you spend more time in the car than outside staring at it, right? But if looks and sporty driving experience are what you're looking for, then probably not. If you want to find out more about the all-new second generation Audi Q7, do log on to AutoBuzz.my. If you like our video, do give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this by clicking on the subscribe button below. Mated with an 8-speed Tiptronic skillsy smooth. Mated with a skill. This is a 8-speed gearbox tank with leather seats and air suspension. And I can drive this all the way to China or India. It is so smooth. I like it. Now this is a threw out a bottle right out of the window. Brother, you throw down the bottle like that, huh? Bo tak chek.